I used to sell electronics for a decade at Costco, and not a fun. I mean, a pretty easy job. It's a pain to deal with customers that treat you like a servant, or people that just ask for help but don't listen to the help you provide. So it can be kind of it's mental torture, really, and you're constantly having to keep up with all this different technology. But despite that, I in this video we see a man stealing a 50-inch TV that only costs $500. I mean, as far as TVs can go, it could have been easily thousands of dollars. But a $500 TV, whatever, like from some major department store, big box store, is not going to be noticed on the bottom line of any major electronics store. So nobody's getting hurt here. Nobody's getting hurt. What this is a symptom of a business that doesn't want to hire employees. Because what prevents people from doing stuff like this is to have sales staff in the electronics department. You could also have somebody working in loss prevention, but if this is like at a Walmart or something, who knows? I mean, there's security cameras are one thing, but generally loss prevention, they're out on the floor, and they can't be watching everything at once. But that's what this is. If this company had a proper staffing, had employees working, then somebody couldn't just so nonchalantly walk up and just take a 50-inch TV and walk right out the door with it. Like that's only going to happen in a store that is not properly staffed, which all of these companies are doing. They're blaming labor shortage, but what the thing is, they don't want to offer anybody real money. They don't want to pay people to work. They don't want, God forbid somebody can afford to rent an apartment or buy groceries or have medical insurance so they don't die or have to file for bankruptcy because they got sick once. And they're raising prices. Record profits as well as raising prices, branding this as inflation, just taking advantage of this inflation bullshit in order to just ramp up their prices because they can get away with it. Because in the United States, those are the people in charge. Those are the people politicians give a fuck about, are all the big multi-conglomerate corporations that do nothing to help the American people. But they are treated with the best care. It is almost impossible for any of these major corporations to fail, because even if they do and they cause major financial collapse, they will still get bailed out by the United States government. Whereas the people who live in the world, where this is not America, this is Northern Ireland, but the same mentality. This store in Northern Ireland fucked up. I have zero sympathy for the store losing a TV. I applaud this man. I know loss prevention people, because they always hung out in the electronics department at Costco, would applaud this man because they know, just as I know, that store should have had more employees working, and that never would have happened. So good on him, despite the fact it happened. And it's only a $500 TV. That's like, when you work at electronics stores, things get broken. I remember like giant 60-inch Sharp TVs that we had, and somebody with a forklift just knocked over a stack of them. And it's like, so now we have to just dispose of like 6 $2,000 TVs because a forklift driver destroyed them, made a mistake. Shit happens. So somebody coming in to steal something, they plan for that in their budget. There is a loss that happens. When stores do inventories, things come up short all the time. Shit, most of the time, it's the people back in receiving of these stores that work in the receiving docks that end up stealing the most shit. At least that was the thing at Costco. Like, managers, employees that stole the most were the ones working and receiving. Because they're right back there. So easy for them. So anyway, I applaud this guy. Go steal TVs. I don't care. Who's hurting? Nobody's hurting. It's not like he needs a TV to survive. No, but whatever. That company's not going to feel it. The employees aren't going to feel that. Like, I know people that like loss prevention guys that are traumatized for life because the police shot somebody who was stealing. And they were witness to somebody getting murdered in front of them for stealing something from a Costco. Traumatized. Versus a situation like this, dude walks away with like an average TV, a $500 50-inch TV. You're not showing that shit off, right? That's just for your kids to watch Blue's Clues and not go completely insane during a pandemic. So I applaud that guy. Even my comment on there, good for him.